Hi, my name is Siddharth Shyamsundar and I would like to talk about how governance has resulted in India's economic slowdown. To illustrate my point, I would like to use the example of the foreign direct investment fiasco. The FDI fiasco began when the Indian government pushed for 100% FDI in single brand retail outlets and 51% FDI in multi-brand retail outlets. This came along with an easing of FDI norms in both the civil aviation as well as the broadcasting sector. These reforms provoked a number of arguments as well as discussions within the media and the parliament. It created massive amounts of tensions within the UPA. This is because while the Congress was pushing for these FDI reforms, various coalition parties, mainly the Trinamool Congress party, was protesting against passing of these reforms. Mamata Banerjee of the TMC stated that the passing of these FDI norms would adversely affect local industries. This shows a major problem in India's coalition party system. While the majority party within the coalition has to legislate, it also has the responsibility of maintaining the support of other parties that form the coalition so as to stay in power. Most of these assisting or supporting parties within the coalition are local or regional parties. Their interests are invested in state building, not in nation building, and this results in the hampering of national development. This may have contributed to India's economic slowdown. When the FDI reforms were proposed, it was a time when American companies had excess cash and these could be liberally invested in any foreign economy such as India. The influx of US dollars would have strengthened the rupee as well as strengthened investor confidence. However, due to the protests within the coalition as well as the resulting tensions, the postponement of the passing of these FDI reforms resulted in India's weakening rupee. When the FDI reforms were finally passed, it was too late. American laws were made much more stringent, and thus the foreign direct investment reforms did not have the effect that they were meant to. Okay, now we come to the point of the lack of accountability. The coalition politics allow for lack of accountability not only on the part of the ruling party but also for the opposition. One must remember that the opposition is in place to check on the ruling party's activities. The lack of accountability on part of the opposition makes it an irresponsible opposition, which also contributes to the poor governance within the country. Thus, I would like to conclude by saying that yes, I do agree with the fact that poor governance has resulted in India's economic slowdown. Thank you.